guys, it's the girl Victoria back to you with another review for Married at First Sight season 18 episode 6 called Never Forget About Karla. All these people on this damn show crazy as hell. But we're starting off with day 7 of marriage. Okay, we have David and Juan. They had a date. They went to the sauna to do some ice baths. They walked on some rocks and release some tension. And David said they had very intimate bro moment, so to speak. So they had a whole bro date and whatnot, and it was so great. Juan said he saw that David was going through some things, so he said, "Let me take you out and get your mind off things a little bit." Listen, guys, people go on bro dates all the time. Guys, a lot of guys be having bromances. They just don't want to admit it, but they, do I feel any type of way about it? Nah, look, y'all on vacation, so hey, as long as y'all had a good time, great. What does it matter to me? But afterwards we have a catchy. He's setting up some drinks on the balcony for Imam. They cheers to intimacy and talk about kids. The catchy wants kids, and Imam said that she's open to having kids. So Imam, just say you don't want kids. Look, see this one. This is what I be talking about. Okay, so I'm like, okay, so clearly I'm not gonna work. I mean, we already knew y'all wasn't gonna work to begin with, but now that you're talking about, he want kids for sure, and you said you're open to having kids is not a yes. So that's just saying like you don't necessarily want kids, but if your spouse or significant other really wants kids, then maybe you might have one tops, not even two tops, one tops. And from what Ikechi said, his past relationships have ended because, they didn't want kids and he wanted kids. So Ikechi, you should have just ended right there because we know you ain't feeling homegirl because, you said she was the homie. And like I said, we already know what it means when a nigga says you a homie. Friend zone. So anyway, we move on then to Camille and Thomas. They go to do a salsa lesson, a salsa dancing lesson. Camille says Thomas dancing was unique when the instructor was trying to teach them, and I'm just like, girl, you saying this like you the best dancer out in these streets? Because I was looking at the way you was dancing, and I'm just like, I mean, you ain't no better, Camille. I mean, you do have a little bit of a flow, rhythm compared to Thomas, because I mean, granted, what the hell was Thomas doing, but Camille, you wasn't really doing a good one too like that either. So you put too much on homeboy, and you not really bringing the pizzazz either. Because okay, we're gonna get to that later. Anyway, Thomas was stiff as a rock. But Camille, please, because you gotta wind the hips a little bit more too. So, Anyway, so then we move on to Michelle and David. They sit on the beach and talk, and convo goes nowhere per usual. But Michelle said, let's work out the hard kinks and just try to have fun. That's all she's all about. Just trying to have fun. She not. I mean, I don't know what hard kinks she's trying to work out because she don't want to have no difficult conversation. Clearly we've seen that, but they try to have fun. They go paddle surfing. I guess that's what, I don't know. It doesn't. They do some water activity, and they seem to have a decent time. Do they have a good time? No. But I guess they're trying to fake the funk for the cameras, but you're not really faking nothing for us because we already know how Michelle feels, and David, he just trying to, I mean, he walking on eggshells, but since she is the desire of his preference of what he wants physically in a woman, he gonna make it work, because if it was anybody else, he would have been out a long time ago, from day 2. But since this is the physical woman of his dreams, he gonna stick it out. He gonna stick beside her. And then afterwards, Michelle just lets us know that this is the most fun they had, and she calls it a win. It's the most fun y'all have because you're actually spending time with him, Michelle. Like you act like this is all because of you, really. If you want to go there, Michelle, this is the most fun you had, really. You could have been having fun, but you wanted to be in your little negative Nancy prissy attitude for the past 6 days, practically 7 days. So you wasn't making the best of no situation. So if you call this the best and you call this a win, I hate to see how you would react to an actual win, Michelle. But we gonna move on to Karla and Juan. they have a lunch or dinner or whatever by the water. They do a little dance before they sit down and, talk and eat. Juan talks about him and David's little date that they had. And, you know, Karla then talks about, she's been absorbing everybody's energy and, it hasn't been great energy. It's been low energy. She really wants to say low vibrational, but, a lot of people who watch this show are not really cultured like that. You know what I'm saying? So she spared y'all. And, uh, Juan, he thought this was the right time to let her know that, he kind of forgot about her on his date with David. Because he was in the moment on his date with David. And, Karla was clearly upset. I understand, understandably so. If my husband told me like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot about you, I would have been looking at him like, well, F you too, ho. But I'm just kind of looking at one like, why the hell would you say that? Like, I swear, y'all be putting y'all foot in y'all mouth for no reason. Had you not even said that, we wouldn't be dealing with none of this, passive aggressiveness that you didn't like from Karla. I mean, I guess this was good that it happened because you got to see how she is, so you could try to, talk to her about communicating better with you and whatnot. But I'm just kind of like, well, you should have said shit in the first place. Yeah, you want to talk about your little romance date with David because, it's the best date, the best time you had on the, Mexico trip thus far. Okay, cool, whatever, But to then let her know, you kind of, what in your brain said, okay, let me let my wife know I forgot about her? Did she ask you if you forgot about her? Are you missing something that the producer's not showing you? Because if you just said this one to her, you talk too much. See y'all be doing this to yourselves. Y'all be getting yourselves in trouble for no reason. Just don't say shit. In the words of Steve Harvey, just shut up. Okay, just shut up. But we're gonna see her be passive aggressive in a scene or two from now. We get to day 8 of marriage. Okay, we have Thomas. He, getting up in the morning, hit his head on the low lamps on the nightstand, whatnot, and I guess afterwards, he put his do-rag on. And I'm just kind of like, so we put the do-rag on after sleeping? I thought I don't, y'all don't put the do-rags on to go to sleep? You put the do-rag on when you wake up? Okay. Maybe that's just his routine, the way he does, usually it's, okay. I just have questions, you know what I'm saying? But that's what he want to do. So afterwards, him and Camille, they talk, and Camille says that Thomas is more of a suburban dude. He's a suburban guy, and she's more used to the city guys, who have the R&B vibes, because she want the R&B vibes, because that's what she used to dating and whatnot. And I ain't gonna lie, Thomas' voice, he talks very preppy-ish, even though he has a deep voice, but it's a very preppy-ish deep voice. He be having corny dad jokes, he gotta try a sense of humor, so sometimes, it lands low-key, but not to the point where you're, like, laughing, but to the point where you're just like, ha, I got what you're trying to say. So I get it, the voice and the corny dad joke combo, really ain't getting her juices flowing. I understand, Camille, I understand. But at the same time, it's just like, girl, what pizzazz you giving to him? That's what that's the problem I have with people. They love to be like, oh, what they not getting and stuff, like, oh, he not doing this one, he not getting my juices flowing. But what you doing to get his juices flowing too? You ain't doing bad. You want to talk about his dancing, but Camille, your dancing wasn't the best either. Now you want to talk about, like, he ain't getting she didn't say he didn't get her juices flowing, but that's exactly what you're trying to say. Because he's a suburban guy. He's a suburban dude, and she want that R&B feel. But, like, are you giving R&B lead female in the music videos vibes either? Not really. Like, I get what you're trying to say, Camille, but people gotta understand, like, it's not just a take. You gotta give too. So if you ain't giving nothing, you can't be expecting to take nothing either. I'm just saying, but okay, Camille, your pussy ain't getting wet for him, y'all gotta work on that. And the thing is, you telling us all this shit, but you're not really telling him that. And when you do try to talk to him about it, you ain't doing it right. Who am I to say, because that's your relationship, but at the same time, it's like, you want to get pussy popping, you bought a whole lingerie to the thing that you didn't even use. We're gonna get to that later, but you gotta communicate. We all gotta work on communication, even me. But I'm just kind of like, I I can't feel too bad because you're not letting homeboy know that he making you more of a Sahara Desert than the Niagara Falls. So then we move on to Karla. She does a video diary letting us know, since Juan forgot about her on his little date with David, she forgot about packing his, backup clothes to go to their little photo shoot that she planned for them. And, Juan had to carry it in like a shopping bag or whatnot. And, I guess that was her way of getting revenge and whatnot. And, more of the story, per her words, you don't forget about your wife, Karla. Karla, at first I was going to be like, dang, girl, like, you doing the most right now. But then I, gave me a little self-reflection. I'm like, dang, like, I low-key be petty too, because she was being petty in this situation. And I'm just like, dang, Victoria, you kind of low-key petty too. And it's just like, damn, I gotta do better. Like, Karla, you gotta do better. I gotta do better with you. We both gotta do better. And I'm just, damn, like, that was kind of like a reflex. The being petty is fun, Loki. Okay, we're not talking about me, we talking about her, Karla, you being petty, do better, we're not gonna talk about Victoria over here. We so they go to their photo shoot. We're gonna talk about that in the next couple scenes. We have Alan and Madison. They go do spirit guides for body cleansing, whatnot. It goes well, whatever. We have Michelle and David. They go make and eat sushi. Then they sit down and talk. And Michelle doesn't like that he curses a lot, so she said he needs to pull back on the cursing a little bit. David said no problem because like I said, aesthetically, she's everything he wants physically in a female, so he gonna do whatever she want him to do just to make sure he stays with what he want, which is the blonde hair, blue eye chick. Even though it's like, so any blonde hair, blue eye chick is just gonna get you flowing, because I ain't saying, all right, I'm not gonna go with that, but I'm just kind of like, with Michelle's little attitude, it makes her less attractive. Not that she was, I mean, for David she was, but I'm just like, it wasn't really giving like, dang girl, you hot. But now that your attitude is piss poor sour puss, it's really making me look at you like, girl, you is not even all that to be acting like this. Madison, on the other hand, like, I guess. But you too, she was getting on my nerves, and we definitely won't talk about that at the end of the episode because she pissed me all the way hell off. And then we didn't have, back to the Michelle and David. They talk about their families. Okay, we then have Karla and Juan. They do their little photo shoot together. Karla letting us know that Juan owes her an apology, or she's waiting for him to apologize to her. And I'm just like, once again, self-reflection. I understand, you kind of expect the guy to understand or get your vibes and apologize. But, they not mind readers. No offense. I can say this. I got 3 older brothers. And I have a father. I have guy friends. I've been married before. Guys are dumb. Okay, they can't mind read for shit. I mean, the ones that be in tune with their girl or whoever they talking to or someone they like, you catch vibes. Okay, so I ain't gonna say they all the way dumb, but for the most part, niggas they sometimes they just don't catch it. They don't read the room, they don't read the vibes. They stuff go over their heads a lot of the times, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta give a little bit leeway, not too much, because not too much. But sometimes I'm just like, okay, you waiting on him to apologize. How he know he's supposed to apologize? You know what I'm saying? But she got her little feelings. She didn't really enjoy the photo shoot that as much as she wanted to. And there was a moment where I guess like she just wasn't, I don't know what the word is, like she just wasn't really catching the vibe, I guess, when they had to do like the underwater photo. But I guess Juan did sense that she was in the mood or whatever, and it helped her to calm down, so they could do that photo correctly or decently. And then by the end of the photo shoot, she was, kind of not all smiles, but she was smirking and smiling again a little bit. So she was appreciative that he was comforting her and making her feel better. And it seems like things will be coming on the up and up after this scene. So, good for them. We then have a Catchy and a Mem. They go to a restaurant to eat. They talk about their, past love, past relationships. And, Catchy says his feelings are growing for you, Mem. I guess y'all connecting, but like, I guess to someone who's seen this scene for the first time, they'll be like, oh, they're really like, connecting, getting together and stuff. But I'm looking at them like, if you say so, Catchy, because you know the right words to say, but it's like it's not. I mean, a mem passing over all the red flags, so she getting infatuated by you and stuff. But like, I'm looking at you, Catchy, and I'm like, sir, you not fooling nobody but a mem. But I guess it don't matter if you're not fooling us because you're not, with us. You with the mem. So it's like, but I'm just like a mem girl. Like, wake the hell up. Like, I know it's only day 7, but like, wake the hell up, girl. Catchy ain't it, girl. But we. I guess we're gonna go through the whole 2 months, huh? Amen. We're gonna go through. Okay. I'm gonna stick beside you, man. But I'm looking at Catchy like, girl. Okay, I mean, all right, man. We okay. We didn't get to Thomas. He does a video diary. Lets us know that Camille told him that he's not really her type. And he don't say this word for word. I'm just about to paraphrase, because they like to fake the funk on, when they do the video diaries and stuff. I'm gonna let you know what it really is. We do 200% transparent over here. Okay, we gotta keep it real. Okay, we know Thomas is biracial. Okay, so pretty much Camille letting him know, like, bro, you too white for me. Okay, I'm sorry, if that triggered anyone, if that he too white for her, and he kind of took it personally because of his past, which we'll get to momentarily. And what else he said? He took it personally because what the hell, all right. Anyway, he had some feelings for her, so he kind of took it kind of hard that, her feelings really ain't going the way he wanted it to go because of how he is. And he lets us know, his personality and stuff, or I don't know why I put this. I should probably write more in my little notes. But it's not for play. It's for real. Thomas. I understand. She let you know you too white for her, and I understand you are biracial. Okay, I understand. You have black. Okay, Thomas. We got that loud clip. This is not for play. This is Thomas, and you don't have to do all that. Thomas, just be yourself. Okay, you don't got to say those phrases. Okay, it's not. It didn't glide out your mouth. For me, I'm just like, Thomas. What are we doing here? So, Thomas, please just be yourself. If Camille can't appreciate that, someone else will. And you might want to go along the lines of the way your brother did, which is interesting too, because his wife seems probably more up your alley, if you catch my drift. And Camille, he seems more up Camille's side. It's interesting. It's very interesting because his brother seems more of Tia Tamara. How Tamara is more of the Moon Blanc side of the parents, and Tia is more of the Moon Neg side of the parents. Thomas is more of the Moon Blanc side, okay, and his twin, I forgot his name, is more of the Moon Neg side. If you catch my drift. Yeah, so she should have got with the twin brother, but he already taken, so it's too bad for you, Camille. But she going off, walking into the darkness and stuff like that. He doing a video that y'all gonna be alright. We then move on to Mem and Catchy. They get ready for bed and they talk. They then get in bed and talk. I guess there's some honey packs on the bed. I'm looking at the honey packs. I don't know what type of honey packs is this. Is this Mexico honey packs? Because those are like in a little like pixie straw type looking thing. So Akechi, I guess, kind of talked about taking it, but he didn't take it, and then Imam took it, and then Akechi's just looking at her like, all right, well, good night. And he turns his back to her to go to bed, and I'm like, oh, you didn't catch that, Imam? Because then she goes and like tries to hug up on him and beat a big spoon, and he's like, "Oh, you get off of me. My mama gonna see this." Obviously he joking, but it's just like he not joking because like get off of him because he ain't trying to fuck you. Look, I'm sorry for the vulgarly. We 100% blah blah blah. We 100% transparent over here. And then, girl, you taking a honey pat by yourself was the first mistake. I'm sorry, like we if I if there if I if I'm taking a honey pack, you taking a honey pack. Okay? Ain't no I taking a honey pack, you not taking no honey pack. And then you gonna turn your back on when you go to sleep. Yeah, man. Girl, I need to buy some red flag things so I could just be like, man, girl, red flag, flag on a play, red flag. Girl, I just don't understand how you not understanding homeboy ain't feeling you like that. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. But girl, we get to day 9 of marriage, guys. Okay, Karla and Juan they talk, and he just talk about how he loves David. I'm like, go be with David, Juan. For goodness sakes, we get it, y'all. So one day, and you already in love. Juan, we get it. You. So do y'all be texting at night and stuff? You and David. You be going over, y'all be going to the bar and stuff at 1 a.m. eating tacos together. So like we get it, Juan. Like she already upset with you for you saying you forgot about her, and not because you was with David, so now you keep talking about David, and it's just like Juan. It's like you're making David kind of like low key the friend that you tell your significant other not to worry about. Juan, please, Juan. We get it, but Karla finally communicates that, how she felt about him, saying that he forgot about her. And, he did say he understood her side of things, but said that she didn't have to be passive aggressive and she could have just communicated that with him. And, she agrees. And then I guess they get to talking about living together. And Karla tells Juan that he got to disappear when she goes to the bathroom. And I'm just like, I get it. Because it's just like, we just meeting each other. Like, you not about to smell when I go do what I do. Like, yeah, I could go number 1 and, all that stuff. That's whatever. But number 2 is kind of like, I mean, I hope your bathroom got a vent in it. Play some music, put on something so they don't hear the splash of, when the turd drops in the water. And make sure you got some potpourri and make sure you got some wipes. We can make it work, we can make it work. And I don't do this at home. I do this in public. I do the courtesy flush in public, not at the house, because it's like I'm the only one using my bathroom, so I don't give a fuck. But I digress. Anywho, whatever. You guys do this in the beginning, but eventually, when you become so entwined with someone or comfortable with someone, it comes to the point where like you don't care no more. But anyway, afterwards, then she says, when she gets home from work, she needs 30 minutes to decompress. And, Juan's just like, and then I guess she goes into saying that all the time, but then like not all the time, but sometimes she does need that 30 minutes. So Juan's just looking at her saying like, she's confusing and why are women so complex and stuff. And he's just like, just communicate. Like if you need 30 minutes, just let me know, because I'm just going to be like, hey, babe, how are you? So, look, Juan's main thing, I don't know what the hell is. Okay. Juan's main thing, communicate. This is what I tell you all the time. Communication is key. Obviously we all need to work on it, myself included. But, if communication goes a long way, people, it really does. I don't know why people still have yet to realize that. I realize that, I just got to work on not being so petty. But I digress. We don't talk about me. We talk about them, people. And she seems like she understands, but I don't know if she really understands, because I feel like she only seen me like she understands, and then when time gets to it, she's gonna be petty again, because that might be in her nature, just like, being petty is in my nature too, But one step at a time. We get to Camille and Thomas. They go for a walk hand in hand. Thomas talks about why he is the way he is, and not being black enough. Because growing up there was not a lot of black people in his community and whatnot. So I guess what Camille said was kind of low key triggering for him. So Camille uh, lets us know. Don't even let him know, but she lets us know that she needs to let him be him and not project her biases on him. Yes, don't project your biases on him, Camille. But like, if you're not getting your juices flowing, can we not communicate? Y'all, you at this point, y'all both betas. So like, you want him to grab your booty cheek, smack your booty cheek. Y'all not talking about the right things. Then you need to let him know. Listen, I understand we both betas, but it really turns me on when like a guy is takes charge. I like when a guy I love me some physical touch. I love when a guy rubs on my thigh if we sitting next to each other. I love if a guy smacks my ass as hard as he can, or does a little grip when I pass by him. When we hug, I like when he sniffs on my neck. There's a little by I'm talking about really what I like. But this is what you need to tell him, Camille. Okay, we like how he supposed to know? He only found out from that you wanted him to smack you on the butt because he heard it on the after party. What is it? This episode should be called "Communication is Key" because clearly none of y'all motherfuckers know how to communicate. Like this I don't understand. I really don't understand. But anywho, everyone gets together for lunch because it's their last day of the honeymoon. They talk about how things are going with them thus far and going back home. And then afterwards, because, ain't nothing to really take from that, we have Thomas and Camille. They go back to their hotel-y room. Thomas makes Camille stay outside while he just does a little quick decoration of the room of, like, rose petals and stuff. And I'm just like, you couldn't tell room service to set this up for you? So by the time you guys got back to the hotel-y room, it was already set up in a way better than it was. Because you could ask him to do that, Thomas. Like, I don't... But I guess he wants to do it himself. But I'm just like... You should just ask the housekeeper to do it, Thomas. Because she would have known you set it up. Well, had them set it up, so it was your idea. But whatever. Okay. So Camille was appreciative and whatnot, and goes to change for bed. She don't put no lingerie on. She puts on her little. I mean, it wasn't really a muumuu, but like a kind of loose dress and whatnot, and said she's not ready yet because he ain't getting her juices flowing. She don't say this word for it. I'm just paraphrasing. She ain't putting no lingerie on because even though this was a nice gesture and all that stuff, it didn't make her pussy wet. So therefore, she's not ready to put on no lingerie. And you know what? I'm not gonna hold you. If that's the way you feel, that's the way you feel. That's fine, Camille. That's fine. My only problem is you're not letting him know he's making your pussy drier and drier as the day goes on. That's my only problem because you want your juices to be flowing. He's making the juices. He's making the ocean dry up to a Sahara desert. So how he gonna know that unless you tell him that? He's supposed to just know, because men are supposed to be mind readers. Once again, men really ain't the brightest people out in these streets. Not that woman really is either, because some women, I just be like, what the hell? But people in general ain't mind readers, but like us as females, we could be like, okay, we clock that. But men ain't females, so they sometimes can't clock what we clock. Anywho, we didn't get to day 10 of marriage. All right, I got time to talk about these people. We didn't get to day 10 of marriage. Everybody's packing up to go back to Chicago. David and Michelle talk about moving in together. Michelle says she's not really feeling a connection with David and, not ready to share a bed thus yet. And, she can't help the way she feels. Because David was like, can I ask why? David, you stop acting like you don't know why when you know why. She don't like your ass. And she only doing this, to make sure she don't have to pay a $50,000 fine. And, not to make herself seem like the bad person. But, David, the fact that you thought y'all was going to... Have y'all been sleeping in the same bed ever since y'all little falling out? Or have you been on the couch like the whole damn honeymoon? So if you was on the couch the whole damn honeymoon, you thought you was going to be in the bed with her when you guys got to the shared apartment? I'm just surprised she even willing to be in the apartment with your ass. Because I really thought she was going to be like, oh, I need a few days to decompress at my own house. So the fact that, I'm impressed. Michelle, I'm impressed that you're willing to be in the shared apartment with him off the bat. But yeah, she's not gonna be in the same room with you, so you already know that's set up for disaster. But we already knew it wasn't gonna go far. But I guess she's trying to whatever, I don't know. But David, let's not don't be an man. Sorry, man, but like, man, you really not catching the hint, David. You catching the hint, but it's like I think you in denial a little bit because you feel like because she's trying, and I use that word very loosely, that you think it might turn into something. David is not gonna turn into nothing. I'm sorry. You might as well look for another blonde hair, blue eyed chick, or maybe if you get with Madison, just a blonde hair chick. So I don't know what to tell you, David. But I do feel like you're going to go with the flow because he said he gets her. But I'm like, obviously, I think your patience isn't going to last that much longer, David. Especially when you guys get to the shared apartment, because then you really gonna see her. I mean, I think you see her for who she is, but I feel like once you get to the shared apartment, she really starts ignoring your ass, especially since y'all have two different work schedules. You really gonna see what. Hopefully, you see it for what it is. I good luck, David. So then we move on to Alan. He's kind of in a funk because he found out the night before that his friend passed, and he was having a bit of a rough morning. But he did appreciate Madison and told her that he appreciates her because I guess she was there for him and also kind of give him his space at the same time. And Madison said she'll always be there for him. And then they talk about going home. So sorry for your loss, David. Uh, Alan, my bad. So sorry for your loss. And then we move on to everyone getting together to have one last drink before they go back home. Madison, of course, does the speech, but it was a normal speech this time. And then Akechi said he's not looking forward to taking out Imam's dog in the morning. Akechi only saying that because you don't like Imam. Look, people generally may not like something, but I bet you if it has to deal with someone they actually like and are infatuated by, they're not gonna give a fuck. They're gonna do it. So Ikechi, I feel like if it was a girl that you actually liked, you may not, necessarily want to take the dog out, but you're gonna be like, oh, I'll take the dog out for you, baby. I got you. A lot of people are willing to do things they normally wouldn't do for someone they like. But, Ikechi, you just doing it to, be the man, but, you wouldn't be saying all this if it was really someone that you was feeling. Anywho, so after that, Michelle also lets us know while they get on the bus to go to the airport that, she admits that she's a negative Nancy and, maybe and hopefully she can leave that in Mexico. Michelle, you had this negative Nancy attitude from Chicago that you brought to Mexico. So we really think your personality is going to stay in Mexico? Michelle, you're trying to convince us, David, or yourself. I feel like you're trying to convince all three. At this point, don't even do no confessionals no more, because Michelle, you just talking a load of bull at this point. But whatever. We then move on to everybody getting on the plane and stuff, doing their last little video diary before the plane takes off. Michelle and David are not sitting next to each other. David is sitting in front of Michelle because he lets us know in his video diary that they both prefer the window seat. No, David. I mean, maybe they, you both do, but she just don't want to sit next to your ass. And this was Southwest. They flew Southwest, which I do love me some Southwest, but not no more because now y'all about to have to sign seats. Southwest, y'all piss me off. But Southwest, well, before September, whatever, 25th, whenever that thing came into effect, there was no assigned seating. So you can stay wherever you want. So therefore, they could have sat together because it was not an assigned seat. And Michelle decided not to sit next to his ass because she don't want to sit next to his ass. Not because, oh, no, he probably wanted to go sit next to the window. She said, oh, I also like the window, so I'm going to sit behind you. And he couldn't say shit. David, stop. Who's that? Who are you trying to convince that everything's okay? Us or yourself? Because you ain't convincing us for shit. Because we already see how Michelle is. You do too. But you're just trying to make it work for the sake, that she's your aesthetic. But anyway, we have a couple. They make it back to Chicago. They get to their high-rise apartments. We have Juan and Karla, reading the apartment rules and whatnot. Juan don't like the fact that there's quiet hours. One, ain't nobody trying to listen to your banjo, hillbilly dancing on the bed at 6 in the morning. So yes, quiet hours. Juan, please. So then we have David and Michelle trying to choose out their rooms. You know, Michelle saying there's no primary room. Michelle, who cares? We then have Camille telling Thomas that, you know, they're not sharing a toothbrush. And Thomas is just like, yeah, absolutely not. I'm not sharing my toothbrush with you. Why is that? Why? Wait, what the fuck? Camille, why is that something that you have to say? Like, why the heck is that something to make known that y'all not about to share a toothbrush? If y'all didn't share a toothbrush on the honeymoon, why the hell would you share a toothbrush back at home? Like, what the hell are you talking about? This is what your R&B men did back in the day with you, share a toothbrush? What type of R&B men you was talking to when they didn't, Camille? Because that doesn't make no sense. Y'all just be saying stuff. Y'all just be saying stuff for gag effect. Is that what it is? Because I'm in conversion. I really am. But then we have a Catchy and a Mem talk about living together, what it's going to be like as they're, you know, filling up their closet with their clothes. And then we get to this scene of Madison's funk ass sitting down with Alan on the couch to talk. So she lets Alan know, like, you know, she wants him to take care of himself. She wants when a guy takes care of himself, meaning like going to the gym, because, you know, she goes to the gym. So Alan lets her, you know, it's important to her that her man knows how to take care of himself. Alan said, you know, he's active, he goes to the gym, just not as much as her. And, you know, Madison says she wants to see more of that in Alan. And, you know, she, you know, because it's attractive when a guy's taking care of himself. And then also another thing, you know, he needs to tone down his loud outfits because, you know, she's having a hard time with it. And, you know, she wants to look good when she goes out with someone. And, you know, Alan said that they'll figure it out. Alan, let me tell you something. Alan, you, let me tell you something, Alan. You need to kick Madison's ass to the curb, homeboy. Like, don't ever let nobody tell you how you need to be. Because you know why? They're not the person for you. Madison definitely ain't the person for you. So you need to leave the fucking relationship and go find someone who's gonna appreciate you for you. Once again, do I like Alan's outfit? I mean, to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And the fact, I think I'm younger than Madison too. Like, I don't care how a nigga dress. Like, it's one thing, like, we going to a fancy restaurant and he wearing b-ball shorts and a t-shirt. That's how I'm gonna look at you like, we going to a fancy, like a decent restaurant, like, yeah, dress up. But like, if he wants to wear fruity patootie veggie pants and stuff and we're just going out to the mall or to, if that's how he dresses, I I really don't care. Like, how you dress is how you dress. That's not how I'm gonna dress. But like, let it be a nigga who tells a female the way she should dress to impress him or to, you know, and everybody's gonna be all up on the guy. So Madison, the fact that you're telling this guy he needs to go, like, let a nigga tell a girl, you need to go to the gym more. You need to change the way you dress. Everybody will be on that guy's ass. So Madison, I'm sorry, you're not gonna get no leeway because you're a female. That's fucked up. You telling him he needs to go to the gym more, or, you know, take care of himself more. You telling him he needs to tone down his loud outfits because I guess it's embarrassing for you. Fuck you. I'm sorry, Madison. Fuck you, bro. Like that I don't like that shit. I really don't like when people try to change another person because it doesn't fit their aesthetic. Madison, then you should just end the relationship to begin with. Not tell a grown ass man he needs to go work out more. If he wants to work out more, then he needs to be the one who does. Like, the thing is, you can't change someone that doesn't want to change. If they want to change, then that's for them to decide. Like, okay, I want to get more fit, you know, and they go to the gym. Like, because you telling them, that's going to make them eventually start to resent you. And, you know, Alan's going to try to do it because, you know, you're probably the best girl or the best looking girl he's ever had and stuff like that. So he wants to impress you. But it's just like, I hope you don't end up losing yourself, Alan, just to appease this bitch. I'm sorry. Madison, that's fucked up. Like, I don't like that shit at all. You telling him what. So, Alan, I just really hope you really come to your senses and be like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna be me. Madison, you're shallow as fuck. That's uh, all right, all right. Because I feel like I'm gonna say a lot worse. But Madison, I don't know who's worse, you or Michelle. I really don't. Y'all both neck and neck at this point. The Moon Blood females. Alright. Alright now. Woosah Victoria. You know this. Woosah, okay. Tomorrow Friday. Yeah. Really did. Okay, we have Camille and Thomas because Madison gonna piss me off, and not today. So Camille and Thomas, they sit on the couch and talk. What they talk about, I don't know, because I was still reveling about Madison's bitch ass, and I guess still talking about Madison's bitch ass. She goes out and leaves the house to go to happy hour without Alan. So Alan does a video diary from the hot tub saying, he wishes that she would have spent the first night with him at their apartment together. But, she went to happy hour. With who? We don't know. Maybe with her friends. I'm assuming her friends. Excuse me. But if you're married, you didn't want to go to happy hour with your spouse? No, because she's probably going to be embarrassed by him and what he wears to go to happy hour. Madison... Go kick rocks. That was the end of the episode. I'm just gonna leave now before I say anything. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, come back within the next few days. I should have the next episode that just passed up. And, hopefully I can make you laugh then too. You can subscribe then. Okay, comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy, peasy, lemon squeezy. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.